Alright, it appears to be working. It's now set up where it will actually power the camera through a control circuit that you could barely see, that I have horribly documented. The job of the control circuit is so when you shut off the device, you can see the light on there is on. The little light on the Kinect's camera is on. It has all the modes. Actually, the accelerometer is not calibrated, but it has all the different basic stream modes. Oddly enough, unlike the previous one, I have modified the code, which I have to find out what I've done, but it is actually flipped correctly, so the left and the right is in the correct side. That was actually a mod I had to do to the source code. I should probably kill the music before I get caught with DRM, so okay, there we go, because I didn't know I had that going still. One of the bigger difference between my design, a quick test here of my version 1 relay circuit. It's trying to lithium battery charge, but if you shut everything down, let's see if it'll do this. It should kill the camera too, because this is an OTC port. Shoot, you're gonna see a horrible picture of me. But I should kill the power to everything. I haven't yet tested, but let me see if I can put this on pause and go get a power supply. Fortunately, most of these AC adapters I buy are just 12 volts, and it's hard to find one without modifying the power supply's feedback circuit. I don't know if you could see it there. It's not even showing the zoom. Will it zoom? Yeah, it's about 12 volts. So I need one that's actually about 13 or 14 volts, preferably regulated. But just by plugging it in, it should kick on. There would be a green light, which is actually green right now, and they'll actually be charging both circuits. So it'll charge both circuits at the same time without me having to disconnect it. It's got an onboard 5 volt 3 amp regulator and a relay protection circuit that'll actually put this circuit on the high-speed charging. That's something you don't get with a lot of other designs. Turns out you actually have to short the two, if I recall, the 2D plus D minus on the OTC, but you have to release the OTC pull down line. There's a separate line in there, and I'll have to scramble, but there's a bunch of schematics I have, and I mean, I'll find it later. It's buried in my other workbench that actually documents this. And this is the first time I've did the entire circuit charging with no microprocessor. It's just a bunch of relays. There's like 6 relays in there that are just doing all of that. So I may have to go find myself another AC adapter that puts out about 13 to 14 volts. There may be a company that makes dedicated lithium-ion chargers, but I believe that control circuit there has a cutoff around 13, and I did test it, and maybe I'll pull up a power supply and I can test it, but it should have a cutoff around 13-14 volts. So unless I can find a regulated 15 volt supply, which might be the next thing to go dig up. Well, that's it for now. Quick tear down, a demo of my SLS camera basic. I just gotta find a handle to bolt to the bottom of it, and it'll be usable.